We are a glass manufacturer. We manufacture container glass for the food and beverage industry. We also fill containers and provide logistics services across the UK and worldwide. So we have a full 360 supply chain solution. We have 3 locations across the UK, so here in Derrylin in County Fermanagh. We also have 2 other sites in England. One is in Elton in Cheshire and the other is in Bristol. An impact that I am most proud of when it comes to biodiversity is probably achieving certification for our Elton site over in Cheshire. This was a big milestone and it demonstrated the progress that we made in embedding biodiversity considerations into site management, operations and in the local community. Equally important and significant have been the partnerships that we formed with schools in the local area to our sites, particularly here in County Fermanagh. We work with on average 30% of the total schools in the area of Fermanagh, and the impact of that really goes beyond nature and biodiversity. The partnerships we've made have allowed us to extend our impact beyond our operations and contribute to wider community benefits and really extending our social impact as a business. We made the Business and Biodiversity Charter a priority for us because at Encirc, sustainability is a key element of our long-term business strategy, and we recognise that biodiversity plays an important role in this. In a sense, I think it's important that large businesses understand their impact when it comes to biodiversity. This matters in particular for us as a manufacturing site set in a rural community in County Fermanagh. Taking part in the Charter gave us a better opportunity to understand our impact and also make it a more visible and structured part of our sustainability journey, internally and externally. When completing the Business and Biodiversity Charter, one of the biggest lessons we learned was that meaningful biodiversity action starts with understanding your own baseline. So the Charter really helped us to identify what habitats already existed across our sites in the local area, helping us identify where we could make improvements. We also learned that biodiversity doesn't have to be solely an environmental team responsibility. It can be strengthened through collaboration with internal and external stakeholders. This can range from local schools, community groups, external partners, and really those small practical actions from all sides in a collaborative way can help make a big difference when it's all part of a structured plan. I'd say one of the initial challenges we had when engaging with biodiversity within the business is understanding what good biodiversity management looks like in practice for us, and particularly for ourselves as a manufacturer. Biodiversity is not necessarily related to our core business operations, so for us it was about defining and recognising how our operations and our product life cycle impacts biodiversity, positively or negatively, building awareness of this internally and then getting that engagement out across the different teams. So one example of how we have helped to improve this is when we're inducting new staff, they all receive a short environmental awareness session, which includes an element of biodiversity on their first day, and that really helps to set that standard of what we expect as a business. The Biodiversity Charter really provided a clear structure and framework, so breaking down those different topics that were made into manageable steps for us made it a lot easier to see where we were at and then take appropriate action to improve and measure progress in those areas. The framework that was set out also gave us the confidence that we were focusing on the right areas, and in areas where we wanted to improve there was no shortage of guidance from the BITC team, including examples of good practice that we could follow also. So my top tips for other businesses starting their journey and engaging with biodiversity, firstly would be definitely use the help that you have around you. You don't need to be an expert to get started on this. This could be the use of online resources or also using the support of local conservation charities. So the BITC team were brilliant in terms of supporting us and pointing us in the right direction of useful resources and to help you get started on your journey.